Well, here's proof that when all other ideas have been used up, you can still build a game around the most unlikely of sports. My name's Kanan, and this is Tip Top. Don't fall! Engage. Story. This one's pretty simple within its storyline, which is basically you look over there and over there. Hello. Saying hello to a mountain, I don't know why. But basically, they're there. Let's climb them. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. Fuck it. Let's climb them anyway. Gameplay. As I just mentioned, the game revolves around you going from place to place, climbing big-ass mountains. This premise kinda reminds me of the mountain equivalent of Lonely Mountain Downhill, but with a different view, obviously, and you're climbing the mountain. Again, obviously. And to be honest with you, this game could have been so lazily made and actually still have been fun. But I felt the devs put a bit of thought into how this one works. Okay, so let's split this down a little bit and start with the mechanics for the actual character. And this kind of tasks you with using the shoulder buttons to grip onto like sticking out holds while using the thumbstick to control the direction your hands go, as in the reach and everything. As well as this, your grip strength or energy goes down the more and more you climb, and you have to use the A button to put each hand separately in your chalk bag to get some of that energy and grip back. This gets very, very tricky at times and can feel like a fine balancing act trying to maintain it all. And as well as this, you have a kind of jump mechanic to reach those like really well out of reach areas, or there are some shortcuts as long as you're willing to take that risk. And there's even, kind of like to help you, places where you can hook yourself up as the game deals in permadeath. Yep, permadeath. And yes, it will reset you right back to the start of the game if you don't tether yourself at some of these points in your climb. And trust me, this can hurt like being punched in the gut. Although I will say, if you want a little bit more of a relaxed approach to the game, you can actually turn this off in the settings menu, which is pretty decent of the devs to put that in there. On to their mountains. These come in different shapes and sizes, and each place introduces more elements like ice, rain, places you can slip clouds to obstruct your view so you can't even see your character sometimes. Or those hand placings, which is a bit of a problem at times, especially when your energy's running down, may I say. And this kind of forces you to think a bit more faster and try to, pinpoint all these areas or remember where they are when a cloud goes over them. Or because of some of the weather, you have to chalk your hands up more and more in order to stop yourself from slipping. At this point, I think it's important for me to mention the fact that Tip Top did have a few problems. Firstly, the controls felt a little fiddly at times and in parts did not respond and do what I needed. And on very rare occasions, but still annoying when it happened, I wasn't able to grip on something that I should have been able to grip on, and also occasionally I kind of fell for no reason whatsoever. And this definitely doesn't pair well with that permadeath. And the second thing, which kind of hurt a little bit more than the other control issues, was I did encounter one critical error during my playthrough. And this hurt me a lot due to the permadeath, as I then had to start again and lost all my progress, even though it took me half an hour to get past one of the climbs, and I honestly felt like basically just putting it down and not going back to it. It infuriated me because I made such good progress and couldn't record it all because I wasn't playing at my laptop. And please do feel free to like this video if you feel any of my pain here. Anywho, I'm glad I did go back to it though, as this game is challenging and is fun to play and kind of hits that one more go feel really well. Let's move on to those visuals and sounds. I felt the look of the game, while a little basic, fitted the gameplay really well. The little cutscenes were nice and felt, well, basically time had been spent on making these look good. Sound-wise, equally as good, with weather, rain and the like giving decent atmosphere and the music relaxing as you played. The good. Something different, some nice mechanics, addictive gameplay with that kind of just one more go feel. The bad. That crash just hurt me. Hurt me so bad. Controls at rare times seemingly working against you. The score. Okay, so originally it was going to get a 4 out of 5. This is what I actually wanted to give it. I really enjoyed playing this game. I definitely recommend it if it wasn't for the crashes. I've had 2 crashes now, which is, to say, really annoying because it just resets you straight back to the beginning. Even when I turned the permadeath off, it's still not let me come back to or continue from where the game had crashed. So this is a little bit annoying, and yeah, I'm afraid I'm only going to be able to give it a 3 out of 5 with that warning as well that it crashes. And I know I've played it for hours and I've only had 2 crashes, but still, it still hurts the game, and hopefully it'll be patched like ASAP, and yeah, hopefully it'll go up to a 4 out of 5 at that point. Like and subscribe for more The Alternative. And I'm actually going to go for Lonely Mountains Downhill. I love this game, and I think you will too, after you're done with Tip Top Don't Fall. And as usual, if you've got any thoughts on Tip Top Don't Fall, or basically a better alternative, then leave it down in the comments. After all, that's where they belong. And why not come and see me in the community Discord, where we are just like-minded people, and yeah, we just have a bit of a laugh in there, because life is better when we switch together.